Class 10 Physical Science Reflection of Light at Curved Surfaces. So far we studied two videos in which we discussed about what is light, the properties of reflection of light, and we studied pole, center of curvature and radius of the curvature, focus of the spherical mirrors we call concave and convex mirrors. And also we studied rules for image formation of ray diagrams. In the last class we already studied. Even once we recall and we go to study the image formation in concave mirror and convex mirror with the help of ray diagrams. That is very important topic in reflection of light. Now see the next one. The rule that help to understand the image formation in concave mirror. We start with concave mirror. Concave mirror. First we will see this is my concave mirror when we put it outside. Outward surface is coated with silver. I told you so many times P is the pole. This is the center of the mirror and its center of curvature in front of the concave mirror. By joining these two, we get a principal axis. This one also studied in the last class. This is my center of curvature. I told you clearly, focus always lies between P and C and it is midpoint. It is my focus. We have to use rules. The first rule says that if a light ray travels parallel to the principal axis and bounce back and passing through the focus. This is my first rule. Once again I am telling, if a light ray travels parallel to the principal axis and bounce back and passing through the focus in concave mirror. See here, a ray of light which is parallel to the principal axis of a concave mirror passing through the focus after reflection of from the mirror. Okay. Now see the next one. Rule 2. This is very important, Nana. If a light ray travels to the center of curvature, if a light ray travels to the center of curvature, this is my center of curvature. If it is passing through the center of curvature, it's reflected back and go in the same path. It is going like this, it's reflected back and comes in the same path. Why? Because it is a normal. It is normal. Center of curvature is normal to any point on the concave surface. If you take this side, this is also what? Normal to the curved part and always reflected back in the same part. Anyhow, this is the second rule. This is help to understand how images are formed, inverted, enlarged and bigger and small. Now, going to the second rule. Second rule is over. Now we are coming to the third rule. Third rule. Suppose my light ray is traveling through the focus. This is my focus and this is my center of curvature. If a light ray travel to the focus, in this direction, it's bounced back and reflected, or reflected and bounced back and travel parallel to the principal axis. Reverse, if it is passing through the focus and reflected back, travel parallel to the principal axis at curved surface. Okay. a ray of light passing through the focus of concave mirror bounce back, it's back parallel to the principal axis. This is third one. The fourth one. This is also very, very important. These rules are help to understand the image formation in concave mirror. Now, if a light ray travels along the principal axis in this direction, it bounces back the same point. Because it is a center of curvature, it is a normal, very simple. This is my normal. It is a normal, exactly 90 degrees. That's the reason it bounces back in the same path. A ray of light which is incident at a pole of the concave mirror, back making the same angle with the principal axis. That means it's go along the principal axis only. Clear? So these four rules help us to study the image formation of concave mirror. Let us start with if an object placed beyond the center of it, that is C, that is very, very important. Here I would like to use two rules. This is my pole and this is my center of curvature. By joining P and C we get the principal axis. This is my C, this is my F and this is my P. Keep in mind. Now, see here, this is my F, it is always between P and C and it is exactly between. This is my object. Say some AB. This is my object. In front of concave mirror and behind the C. This is very, very important. I would like to use rule number 1. If a light ray is parallel to the principal axis, ray of light is parallel to the principal axis, is traveling along this direction, this is say R1 and it bounces back and passing through the focus. This is R1. Keep it. This is very, very important. Suppose if a light ray travels through the principal axis, through the center of the curvature, like this. If a light ray passing through the center of curvature, this is the center, it bounces back in the same direction. It's going and come back again in the same path. This ray is called as R2. This is R2 ray. R2 and R1 are intersecting at a point. There we can find the image. And this is inverted. My head at A here, my head at here some D. Suppose some D. This is a perpendicular. This is perpendicular line drawn to principal axis. Name it as C and D. So no. E. ED is my image and ED is my image and AB is my object. See, compared with the object and the image is smaller and lies between F and C. So, by observing this ray diagram, my object is away beyond the C, then the image should be between F and C and it is inverted and it is smaller. This is very, very important. I would like to show it. Yes, this is my position of the object beyond C. This is my C. This is my AB. Position of the image lies between F and C. Division, image is division and real and inverted. That means The image we can catch by the help of sleep. Next.